You've always gotten
one thing men have ever gotten.
You've always gotten it bad, so you should continue to accept
the question,
it bad.
Pearl. Don't dodge, Pearl. What have men ever gotten?
Men, translation, men.
You're not answering. No.
Wow, we've got a heated one here. Continuing on from the last one with Pearl and Andrew, where they're getting at it. Why? Because Pearl refuses to listen. She has this red pill thing fascination. I don't know why, but she's basically the simp of all men, the lady simp of all men, and yeah. So let's see what Andrew has to say about it.
Notice, audience, she's not answering.
Notice, audience, he won't. Notice he's not answering either.
I did answer. I answered 15 times. Here's my question to you after I gave you the answer.
Okay.
What have men ever gotten?
Okay, 100 years ago, average 6 to 8 children, I believe.
Okay, now I'm going to stop real quick, and I'm gonna talk less in this one than I did in the last one. But in the last one, we picked off pretty much right here. We stopped right here. She literally said she did not care about 100 years ago. The past is the past. She was worried about it now. But look how it is.
This is off the top of my head.
So you only care about caring about children, not about men.
Wait, I'm not done.
That's caring about children, not about men. Pearl.
I'll finish.
Okay,
he got a virgin wife who had been with nobody else, who stayed with him for a lifetime.
Wait, I thought that women's behavior was ingrained and that they were always fucking men, according to you, and that the men just didn't know it.
They might have been.
No,
but at least,
it sounds like
if women did at the time, it was not as widely known as it is today.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what it does. First of all,
if women did, they may not have. I wasn't there. I'm not going to speak up.
I know, but that's what you said last time. You said no, they were still screwing around even then.
Well,
it's just behind the backs, and nobody knew.
Well, I mean, there's genealogy records that show that women did step out. Like, there's people that have done like genealogy records, and like a lot of times it was the neighbor or something like that. I'm not going to go back and forth about 100 years ago because
But
that doesn't matter. And that's the whole point.
Right.
You keep going back to 100 years ago. I live in the now. I don't care what happened 100 years ago.
Asked me this question.
I don't care. I know, but you keep deflecting. You keep deflecting and bringing up the past. You're like a woman bringing up the past. Who cares?
He's like a woman bringing up the past, she says. Yet you are a woman talking over a man. And this is not me trying to disrespect women out there. Don't get me wrong. But let me show you what I am. I'm a Christian. Bible thumping, Bible believing, Jesus loving Christian. Okay? And this thing, guess what it says? It says that God, man, woman, children. There's a hierarchy and an order of things. Why? Anyone? No? Okay. Because God, the one who designed it. All right. And I understand she doesn't care. She's not a Christian. And I think she even says so here in a little bit. Or maybe she did I think it was the last one, excuse me. But the point remains the same. It's ridiculous for you to sit here and say that women's place is not to tell men what they should or shouldn't be doing. Yet you're sitting here talking over Andrew. I'm going to keep it going.
The same question that I'm answering.
Who cares about 100 years ago?
Andrew, you're not giving me any answers. Here's my answer.
Okay.
Give me one, Pearl. What did they get? What did they ever get?
Okay.
Right. I don't care about 100 years ago.
That's right.
I care about
nothing. You got nothing.
I care because you're talking about the past. What do they get today, Andrew? What do they get?
They get the same thing they've always gotten, which is a family, the thing that seems to make men the most is happy. Right. Unless you can name something else that men were getting before that, and I'm all ears.
Do women stay today? Do women stay today? On average, do women stay today?
At lesser rates than they used to.
Okay.
By for sure they do.
Okay.
But if you're asking what men get, that's a different question.
But they don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah, but a lot of men do get it. That's a lie. They do get it.
No, they don't.
A lot of men do. Yeah, I just gave you the stats. And by the way, if you're talking about, again, even when it comes to guardianship, it's quadrupled. If you're talking about marriage in a Christian sense, 25% divorce, low body counts, even less.
Are more people getting married today or less?
Far less.
Less.
Okay.
I'm glad. Less secularists are getting married. Good. Fuck them.
Okay.
Fuck them. I don't care if they get married or not.
Right, but this isn't a religious channel.
See, here we go with this isn't a religious channel. So, and fair enough, she's right. However, non-religion is what got to the point to where you're at. See, and that is the point you're missing, Pearl. All of this promiscuity, and I'm just going to say it, 304 whoredom, where did it come from? You secularists. You're secularists, you godless people, you heathens. This is where it comes from.
Right?
But here's the point where someone in the chat says, well, you know, it happened before. It'll happen again. The milkman, yeah. Fair enough. There were cases, there were examples, but it's far more rampant now that every woman can put her butt up on the internet and have an OnlyFans, and some random liberal man's going to pay for it, and it's a shame.
Because you're trying to peddle. It's a religious you're trying to peddle your religion, right? And that's kind of what you're.
And you're trying to literally peddle your free agent lifestyle thing that Coach CGA had, and it doesn't help anyone. What does it get? Promiscuity, a bunch of deleted children, and a bunch of STDs. That doesn't help anything. I would hate to see your charts.
Why do I care if secularist men who are hedonistic want to get married or not? It's irrelevant. The future belongs to those who reproduce, and it's not going to be those who don't get married because they go, well, the thing is that I don't feel like I'm getting anything that men haven't always gotten for this. And the one thing you could name, same thing I could name, they get children. When I said it, you said, well, Andrew, that's you promoting
who do the kids belong to?
Kids.
Who do the kids belong to?
Stop, Pearl, my turn.
Who do the kids belong to?
What you do, yeah,
who
my
do
turn.
The kids belong? You don't like the answer.
It's my turn.
Who do the kids? Who do the kids
you won't even let
belong
me
to?
answer. So
who do the kids belong to? It's a one-word answer.
Stop reframing. Let me finish. Let me finish the point.
It's a one-word answer. Who do the kids belong to?
I wasn't done talking before you interjected with your dumb opinion.
Who do the kids belong to?
Yeah, Pearl, one more time.
Can you answer?
See, this is the problem. She acts like it's all of the women's fault but hers, but yet she's doing what she's doing right here. You're clearly part of the problem too. Clearly. You know what? If it does come to that fact and that point that you're wanting for, and men take back control and seize control and start putting women in cages, you'll be the first to go.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah. Okay, it goes to the state. Right now, the children belong to the state. Yeah, that's terrible. That sucks. But what it meant,
so what did men get out of it?
The children belong to the state before they belong to the king. They belong to the king. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you say it's a spurt because you cut me off every 5 seconds.
What? Yeah, because you don't have a good answer. They don't get anything out of it.
I gave you the same answer you gave me, which is hilarious, by the way.
But
same answer.
They don't get a family because women divorce.
Pearl, can you answer my question? Don't spurt.
What's your question?
Okay.
Can you not bring up history?
Pearl, can you answer my question? Don't spurt, Pearl. Stop spurging. Stop spurting. I'm just going to answer the question. Let me ask it before you start spurting. What have men ever gotten, Pearl?
I don't care.
Ever.
I don't care about history.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
He has to. Men today have to make decisions off of the information today, Andrew. It doesn't matter what they got. It's like, what do they get today?
Yeah, they get what they've always gotten.
Okay. Well, if you want to keep convincing men to wait for born-again virgins, it's totally fine.
That's not what he said.
I never. Can you ever tell me where I told any man ever to wait for a born again virgin?
Okay.
Why do you keep making that shit up? Like why?
What do you want? Okay, you want men to wait for non-virgin women, correct?
No, I never said that either. I'm talking about the mitigation of risk.
You said that twice. You said that twice.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You can clip it, right? But I'll counter clip. You won't like what you see because I didn't say that. I'm talking about the mitigation of risk. And when you're talking about the mitigation of risk, it still is actually less risky. Yes.
Right.
Less risky.
I want to
Does
go
that
back
mean it's optimal? No.
So you want men
to find...
Hang
on.
Okay.
You understand the difference between optimal and risk? Do you understand, like, risk mitigation versus optimal?
See,
so you want men to find...
She does not even listen to what's being said. She stares off to the side. Imagine if I did that, and I'm having a discussion with someone, and my attention is fully way the heck over here on anything and everything but what I'm engaging in. That is so bad faith. And you want to try and tell men? Go back. I tell you what. Go tell the lesbians in basketball what to do instead of telling men, because we don't need to listen to you.
Find women with below what, a 3 body count? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, just less bodies better.
Okay, so what would you say should be the cap?
I mean, yeah, again, we're talking about risk mitigation.
Okay, sure.
You're asking for something which is a specificity, right?
Okay.
So how many, for instance, if I ask this question to you, how many women, or should you ever sleep with a woman who's fucked 100 men? Should a man ever do that?
Could you answer the question?
If you have a swollen prostate and can't sleep at night because of those frequent pee urges, try doing...
Yeah, but it's actually answering by showing you how fallacious the actual question is.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, Andrew, give me a threshold. I'm not here to give you a threshold. I'm here to tell you about the mitigation of risk. The less bodies, the better. Yes. Does that mean, though, that if you have a high body count woman, it can't work out? No.
Okay.
The risk is way higher.
How would men verify that?
Well, here's the thing. You asked me this last time. It was kind of funny, right? So they would verify it the same way they've always verified it. They would look at reputation. They would look at past history. They would talk with friends. And you know what's really interesting? I went back and I took a look at this. And it turns out that when men investigate these things and poignantly ask these questions, they actually do get a lot of these answers very quickly. You can't actually verify this based on reputation.
Okay, so... if a woman had a past in a different city, how would the man know? Or she does something.
Especially with social media, families, big mouth sisters, big mouth friends, all the other ways that you would always verify.
But if she downloads a dating app, how would the guy know?
Yeah, I know, but you can endlessly reduce this hypothetical to the point where you can just continuously add variables. Like, what if a woman was in a forest and her plane went down? She was on a desert island for 3 days, and the news never broadcast it. Could she have slept with a man then? Yeah. But I'm saying that, again, when it comes to risk and mitigation, you can do investigation the same way women do with men, by the way, to find out their body count. And you can, in fact, suss out fairly quickly if they have a high one or not. Does that mean always?
Right.
No.
So you think most men can figure it out pretty easy?
She's not listening. I've said it in the first video, and now I'm saying it again. She's literally not even listening. So any man that would listen to this girl right here is insane. You know, I tell you what, I recommend every one of you men go read that. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Read you some Bible. Get you some understanding. Go to a liturgy. Get you some education and some Holy Spirit, and shy away from this, because this is insane. This is beyond insane.
Many people she slept with.
Not how many precisely, but whether or not she slept with more than he's comfortable with, or has a reputation of lying about sleeping around, which would be red flags, right?
Okay, so you think that's pretty easy. So how would you can just ask around, and then men will tell him.
No, well, here's the thing about women that's great, right? They never shut the fuck up. So the greatest thing about them is they like to narrate their lives, and they like to do that especially with their friends.
Right.
And women also like their friends, like to cause trouble. If you start poking around inside of a woman's female circle, they start blabbing about all kinds of shit, about exes, where they've been, where they haven't been. They do this constantly.
Okay, so I want to get back to because we never finished the step-by-step, so I'd really like to finish that. So you want men to wait for the non-virgin women, correct?
No, I don't. No.
He said wait till marriage. You sitting here, and first you said wait for virgins, and he said no, that's not what I'm saying. And now you're saying wait for non-virgins, and he said no, that's not what I'm saying. What does not compute to you, Pearl? Marriage. Why? Such a bad faith girl. I mean, she is so bad faith. It's not even funny.
So you want them to sleep together?
Not my position. What's
my?
Tell me what my position is.
You said that you wanted men to wait till marriage.
I said that would be more optimal for men's health to do X thing is not a prescription that they should do X thing. So just because it mitigates risk for you as a man to, if you fall in love with a woman, right, for her to have a low body count, that still mitigates your risk. It's not me prescribing that you go find a woman who's not a virgin and marry her. That's absurd. We're talking about the outcomes here, the pragmatic approach.
Okay, but practically, what percent of women do you think are marriageable? What percent?
That's hard to say. I don't know. I mean, as a practicality.
This whole debate, and you didn't even think about this question at all?
No, I thought about the question, but it's a very difficult question to notate. How many exactly? Like, how many women have red hair? I don't know. How many women, have red eye? I don't know the actual